They are great people who are aware of what's going on, and they're working very hard to resolve the issue. But every piece and person in the midst of this fight is important. And so what we ask people to do is to take this information, do your own due diligence and research, and really our goal is to not just stop these things and the things that are driving it, but to prevent this from happening to anyone else again, in addition to helping to reclaim other people's children. So if there's three things we ask people to do. Number one, if you're a person of faith and you believe in the power of prayer, please pray, because this is a spiritual battle.
Right.
And it's driven by wicked entities and dark forces. And this is why the Health and Freedom Conferences are, case in point, held in churches, because people understand this is a spiritual issue, and that's why it's being held here in these type of locations. And so the other part of it is, if you could please take this information, take it out into your communities. One thing that General Flynn says is local action has a national impact, and he's exactly right, because it's up to us to preserve and protect our freedom and properly secure our rights and our children and our way of life and the pursuit of our happiness. And so it's up to us to do these things. And so we have a lot of great people coming together. We talk among ourselves. People are unified in this cause, and we are aiming to affect the change that we want to see, and it's happening and growing by the day. And then the third thing is, if anybody feels so led, we are on a mission, and we would appreciate anyone's support. If someone wants to support us in our mission, you can reach us. You can find us at givesendgo.com/saving our family, and there's a donation site there. But again, the most important thing you can do is to share that information, because the power of the truth, based on the facts that you can see on our interviews that we have already brought forth, and there will be additional information dropped in the days and weeks ahead that people can see for themselves the nature of the criminal activity going on, that hopefully it'll move you to not only reawaken America, but also to move you to action and demand action from our elected representatives. And if they continue to ignore us, then we the people have the right to affect our safety and security, as we've been charged with by our founders in our declaration. And so, we are a peaceful, loving people. We do not advocate violence, but we're a free people, and we will live free. We will not live under tyranny and despotism or communism, which is what they attempt to do with our children once they get a hold of them. They attempt to re-educate them. In one of our interviews, people will see on the SGT report, if they're familiar with it, they can go to SGT report on BitChute.com.
Say that again?
Yeah, the SGT report on BitChute.com.
Okay.
And they can look us up under They Want Your Children Too as the heading, or they can find the link to it in the post, A Message for Our Friends on H3FC.com. And in it, James O'Keefe with Project Veritas, around the same time that we did our interview, captured Michael Beller of the principal counsel for the public broadcasting system, saying that they would essentially use CPS as a weapon against families. He said that even if Biden wins, that they will go after Trump supporters and remove their children from their homes and put them in the re-education camps. And they're already doing this, and they have been doing it through the CPS and family court system. And so you can kind of see that corruption is prevalent, not just in our systems of government, but even in those within our broadcasting networks and their counsel. And so the human trafficking and child trafficking is a huge problem, but America is up to us to solve it. So Jeff, we appreciate you taking time out to hear us tell a little bit about our story and what's happening across all 50 states. Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, Mark, well, thank you very much. I was at a financial crime seminar, and they were talking about using, being able to monitor finances and stuff like that to see where trafficking was occurring, human trafficking. And the question that I posed to them, are there any studies about government trafficking of our children? For example, through the family courts, through CPS, exactly what you're talking about right here. It was very interesting because I didn't expect to have any type of a response back. And the guy kind of said he was aware it was a problem. He just did not, because of the nature of his seminar, he could not discuss that, did not know all the details about it. But the governmental trafficking of our children is a huge issue. And CPS has been, there may have been some cases where they're needed. I used to say that we should be reforming CPS, but I think the stronger case should almost be made to abolish CPS, because they have caused much more destruction than any good that they've done from everything that I've seen.